So, where is Salterbeck? Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's Salterbeck, but not every changes around here.
You're wrong, things do change around here.
Yeah, okay, but nothing else ever changes.
Do you remember what the reservoir was like before it was improved?
Yes, it was appalling, really. I mean, it was just a pure dumping ground. There was general refuse, prams, bicycles, domestic refuse, and the reservoir itself was a favourite dumping ground for cars. But it was always a fairly popular sort of place, even when it was like that, you know. People still came and walked along here and looked at the ducks and the swans and whatnot, but it's much more pleasant now.
Well, yeah, but that's it, nothing much else is different.
One of the big differences on the estate is demand. I mean, pre-transfer, there was a committed community that wanted to stay on the estate and continue to make Salterbeck the home. But there was an issue with attracting new people to live on Salterbeck, and that was both in terms of the rented accommodation and also under occupation. I mean, around the time of the transfer, there was between 60 and 70 empty properties. We couldn't let them, there was no demand, they were shuttered up, they were vandalised, and it really gave a blighted look to parts of the estate. And then in terms of owner occupation, there was certain properties where owners had given up on them in effect, they couldn't sell them. One property was actually bricked up, other properties were vandalised and set on fire, and so there was virtually no market for owner occupation on Salterbeck. And at the moment, it's completely different. We've got 3 rented properties empty. There's a good waiting list. There's between 15 and 20 bids for those 3 empty properties. And in terms of owner occupation, there's a buoyant market. Properties are valued between 90 and 100,000 on Salterbeck, and they sell quickly. So it's a completely different position in terms of demand and in terms of how we can rent our properties, and also how people who live here are able to sell them.
But we don't get a say in what happens.
10 and 21. I think it'll probably be about his hedge, and also maybe some works to his drains. We dug his drains up.
He come up yesterday and he said something about he wants his hedge cut. He's on about the gate, the fence.
Aye.
And some pipe was being done, but they didn't put the cement down.
Yeah, he had a big problem with.
He
had a big problem with blocked drains last year, and we'd done some major work and dug it out.
The Oval Centre here, where we're at now, is the focal point on the estate. Through the regeneration, residents wanted a new community centre, and as I say, it's a good place for people to meet. There's a cafe in here, and without this place, the Residents Association wouldn't be able to do all the community events that they do, and also we've helped create local employment as well.
Well, yes, things have changed maybe, but there's not to do.
Well, I've been part of a neighbourhood eco-planning group that we went out and did thermal imaging in the surrounding community. Then we brought the information back and analysed it and then fed it back to the community. And then that led me to join the Dublin group. What did you do in there? We researched the history of Ireland and Dublin and then visited Dublin to see the sites that we researched.
Was it good? We went to see like how different it is there to here. And there's like loads of history in it and loads of big monuments and things from like bullet holes in the walls from the 1916 uprising and that.
We can go with the kids, so the kids are socialising and they're also, they can do different things that we wouldn't do in a house, and we're doing like handprints where you can keep them later on. Fruit kebabs, there's like story time, we did that, with the story sacks from the library. And we're trying to get funding for some trips to go on to. And then you get to see people like that's around your area that you don't normally see, so you get to socialise with them as well. And like the kids can just have a really good time, and like it just lets off all that energy. Like I've got a house with Impact as well, and they come out and see you every few months to see if you're okay and if you need help with anything. So they're there for you. And if you just phone up if you need something, they'll come right out.
Well, I've lived in Priory-Dale in Salterbeck for 63 years, and when people say there's nothing to do in Salterbeck, I just say, well, I differ. There are lots of things to do. We have Christmas lunch for the over 50s, and we have summer fetes, and then we've started having a carol service each year, which is well supported. And we meet regularly with the young people, and we also have day trips during the year.
Yes, we had the trip off to Blackpool last week, which was a great day out. It was over 100 people went.
Was there?
And I think everybody had a great day.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not bad. But that's it, nobody else is going to do anything else, or are they?
This plan will deliver change and improvement for Salterbeck and the people who live here. We will have worked with partners to make the plan happen. In 2021, picture what Salterbeck will be like. The opportunity of a good income and a healthy lifestyle.
I've got a job locally which pays a decent wage, which helps me to look after my family and enjoy life.
Property and the environment is looked after, and we can plan for climate change.
I have a modern central heating system. The area that I live in is green spaces, and it's well used.
People work together as good neighbours in Salterbeck and collectively with other local neighbourhoods.
I get on great with my neighbours. We get involved with the community events, and the SRA look out for Salterbeck, but also talk to other groups in the area to support one another. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, and I've lived on Salterbeck for 65 years.
People, especially young people, are supported to do well.
I was completed my GCSEs and got decent grades. I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I might go to college. I'm thinking of maybe doing an apprenticeship. We support locally though to help us make the right choice.
So, that's Salterbeck and what the plan is for the next 10 years. We invite you to work together to make this plan a success.